What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today we are going to be reacting to Spring Meadows, a cello motifs, and you know I love a good motif. I love a good motif. I'm breaking motifs down like it's nothing on this channel. My videos have been very sporadic, I would say, of late. Still trying to find a good balance after the kind of flu slash COVID I had for that that kind of made me very much unwell. So I've just been kind of getting back onto my feet and breaking it down and hopefully finding some rhythm in the next couple of days. But absolutely massive shout out to you guys with the absolute support over the last couple of videos. Expedition seems to be doing very well. The momentum hasn't stopped. This game still rocks. And we're going to keep on breaking it down because I've been having a blast breaking down this soundtrack. I haven't done it in order, um, but I think this one certainly seems very interesting. And if you like the content that I do on this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Uh, yeah, I just break down soundtracks, especially game soundtracks. I really like game soundtracks. So, without further ado, let's get into this. I've reacted to multiple soundtracks now, and there's very little kind of game soundtracks that get me to stand up on my feet and just walk back and forth like it's only reacting to Expedition 33. The rawness, the attention to detail, the motifs. That's what that's I have no words. I like just effortlessly, just like it's nothing. Composer wakes up, shits out raw and emotion, and then just goes back to sleep. Like it's that easy. Um, the kind of mid-range, dynamics, the dynamics of the cello, um, like it's motifs because every single note can be a motif, can be used as something, probably is something as well. Like, let's just rewind. Let's break this down. Let's break this down. I loaded to play. I play these music because I want to feel the music first. I want to be able to kind of resemble the kind of composer and just really sit and really listen to the instruments speak and talk and, use their own language before I break it down and before I kind of give my theory or thesis on, you know, stuff. I'm really lost for words. This one is by far the best one I've reacted to. Like this, let's break it down. Let's go back. So again, we get so much melancholy, we get so much emotion, sadness, um, you know, kind of transitioning, like feeling you down in your luck. Almost gives a little bit of Schindler's List vibe. The way John Williams composed that almost gives a little bit of feeling of that bit of, a sense of lost. And you can tell it's real because you could tell what I mean by that again is you can tell it's not from, a workstation. They're in a conductor hall. You can feel the reverb, the echo, um, played by a real life human being, not on what I like to do, a MIDI kind of controller. Just even the way, na 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 na. But even the way the player, the artist that's playing this instrument, again, just a level of rawness with each kind of movement onto the strings. Again, this could be a motif. You could get this, cut this, splice, splice, oh sorry, split, split, take this part, like bump it up and be like, right, like we've got this. This can be, kind of looped or used for another thing. You know, um, to me, it feels like that's what the intention was. Uh, Again, very calculated, but to me, it seems like they were just like, okay, let's record a bunch of motifs. Let's come up with a bunch of motifs, and maybe they were tested. Maybe they were playing cello, and they were like, oh, no, actually, instead of coming up with motifs, this is the motif. Note notice though, I mean, it's in the title, but again, I'm going to bring it up because I'm a bit stupid. But notice how there is no other instrument. There is no like bass. There is no violins. There is no violas, percussion. It's just the cello speaking. It is the language of the cello, playing these motifs, playing this beautiful rawness, emotion coming out, and we've just got to shut up and listen. And this part here, this is the part that got my reaction. I love the kind of lower octaves of this cello, how they're kind of conducting this, just kind of, it's almost like a bass, then it's really like, it goes up. So we're going from low to medium. It's not really hitting the high octaves, but I just love as well with each kind of motif, it's played off like it's one, because you don't really get that lot. I mean, in the like earlier, you do kind of get like a space, but it's to allow the instrument to finish its vibration, to finish off the sound. You never want to cut an instrument off. You want to allow it to play out, and then once the instrument stopped, then obviously you stop recording. So that's like what they're doing. They're not like motif. It's just played like it's just one motif, and that's what. And you can kind of pick. I like this part, like this section, like, but ultimately it is just one long recording and one long motif. It's kind of more dramatic now, it's more dramatic, more like dropped down, toned down. Not in a bad way, but it's more like, feels more angry. We went from like emotion, kind of melancholy, the kind of blues, the feeling sad, feeling lost. We gone from that element to now it's kind of, I'm feeling a bit angry. Like I'm feeling just without like the percussion and the kind of epicness of the score. I love the ending of that as well. They bring the cello in as like a kind of tremolo vibe there. Like the little wiggle at the end. Obviously, that's not the actual proper term, the little wiggle at the end, but it's kind of just so, you know, you can kind of visualize it a lot more better. A tremolo is you play, it's a long sustain, but basically the player's kind of doing a bit of wiggle movement. So it creates that kind of feeling then. Again, much more better way to kind of describe it, but that's just how I'm kind of describing it. That's how I like to describe things. But this is by far one of the best, the best kind of track that I've broken down and listened to. You know, the cello motifs are absolutely fantastic. Play, as I said, played like one. I like how we go from really sad. As I said, I got a lot of like kind of Schindler's List vibe from the beginning, and then it cuts into kind of an angrier tone, and just even the way with each note that's being played, it's just they allow it to breathe. They allow the instrument to talk. You know, like they allow the note to play out. There's no kind of really, sparse kind of playing. It's just beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That does it for my reaction today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check out my other reactions. You can click on my other expedition reaction after this. Um, Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you comment down below. Another expedition reaction or a normal reaction. And I will see you hopefully Monday if I'm not unwell again. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button and bye bye.